two parents of Vanessa Williams. She was diagnosed with autism after 2 years of age when she went to the doctor for her shots day after birth. And they were very scared and they didn't know why. So they started looking up stuff and they noticed that after she received the MMR vaccine, which is the mumps, measles, and rubella vaccine, that she had showed signs of autism. Autism is a developmental age that begins at the age of 3. It is disturbing immune system that takes away a child's ability to relate to school. It relates to child and adults. It is also a neurological disease that inhibits normal development. According to the CDC, 560,000 people under the age of 21 has autism. There's a 3 to 4 ratio of more boys than girls, and it's also the fastest growing special disease in the world. There are 4 stages of autism. One is they are unable to perform links between emotion, sensations, and motor skills. The second one is they are unable to engage in motor skills and unpredictable behavior. The third one is that they lack sensory motor connection and problem-solving skills. In the 4th stage, there are no communication and they have repetitive behaviors. The auditory process is also impaired, which is with like hearing and stuff. It is recommended that children by the age of 23 have autism. MMR is the second of 36 shots for children. 36 are recommended for children, and by the age of 1, there are 23 that they have. In my interview with Ms. Terry Allman, she said that to prevent autism, she's going to try to delay and stretch her immunizations for her child. They don't recommend getting vaccinated because some are important. Jenny McCarthy, do you all know her? Yeah, her son has autism, and he got it because he stopped breathing one night. And so after he stopped breathing, they took him to the hospital, and they said he had a seizure. She said that Evan began to develop autism after 6 years of his life. And so they found a Dan doctor, which is Defeat Autism Now, and it said that his immune system was weakened from vaccines that he had gotten. Vaccines are a profit instead of preventative measures. Mercury is the cheapest preservative that can cause change to the gut, which causes leaky gut syndrome. It is inability to process certain proteins. You are prone to illness if you don't get vaccinated. But antibiotics also lead to leaky gut syndrome, which leads to Canadian buildup. Toxins deregulates the immune system and shuts down when Candida is present. On December the 1st, they started cutting vaccines, but they didn't cut the necessary ones. But they did cut the necessary ones like chickenpox. Instead, they left MMR, which causes autism. 27.3 cases of every 100,000 after 2 years of receiving the MMR vaccine, they have autism. According to the National Institutes of Health, they only dedicated 0.3% of budgets to autism. Although there is no cure for autism, they have adaptive behavior such as applied behavior skills analysis, which deals with social and verbal skills and also reasoning skills. It is reinforced, reward, and perform steps. They are reinforced and rewarded as they perform steps correctly. It's the undesirable behavior, and they watch us closely. The goal is to trigger behavior and watch what happens after they get it. Speech therapy is also another one. It deals with comprehension, expressions, and social use of languages. Another drug that they can have is antidepressants and selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, which is they decreases irritability and also the repetition of behaviors. Another cure or behavior therapy is a casein and gluten-free diet, which means that they don't have dairy products or they don't eat wheat or any foods that contain the gluten products because it can cause Canadian buildup in the systems. Autism is one of the overlooked diseases in America. Doctors do not do enough autism awareness. The number one fear for parents are that their child will have autism and they'll not be able to live a happy and joyful life, which autism can be a strain on parents and the child. $3.5 million to $5 million is spent on autism alone. It's not harmful, but be aware of the side effects that can come with it. And I have a acronym. Autism is always unique, totally interesting, and sometimes mysterious. So for my visual aid, I did a cake and a model of a normal brain. Well, in the normal brain, you have 4 different lobes: the frontal, which deals with planning; temporal, which deals with auditory; occipital, which deals with your eyesight; and parietal, which also deals with planning also. And then I did a cake, and the cake represents the autistic brain and the areas it affects. It affects the cerebellum, which is movement, cerebral cortex, the temporal lobe, and the amygdala. Amygdala deals with emotion. So I used gummy worms and Hershey Kisses as the hair. So that's my project. Thank you guys for listening. I hope I persuaded you all to know that MMR vaccines does cause autism.